Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's up, people? Man, how everybody doing today? This beautiful Tuesday, man. How's everybody going? I hope everybody's having a, stress-free, productive day and definitely out here trying to, keep striving to be better than you were yesterday. That's always my goal. All right, now we're gonna start off with man, I was supposed to do this earlier, but I've been out here doing yard work, shit like that. So trying to get everything together. Cause it's that time of season. It's that season to get your shit growing and looking fresh. My wife planting flowers all around the whole property, so it's that held me up. So I apologize about that because I had a schedule on this. And definitely don't want to have somebody looking or have me like I'm opening up my business at this particular time and it's not open. So I definitely apologize about that. Helping the visions, man. Blessings to you as well. Blessings to you as well. All right, now today I'm gonna talk about this young thug and gunner situation. They've been picked up on a Rico charge by the feds, and man, it's those two guys, and I believe they said 28 other individuals. Now, this is a dude that's like, man, he's well established in the industry. He's like, man, he should definitely be on a whole nother level right about now. His head should still be in the streets at this moment because it's like, man, you gotta look at what's going on around the country involved with industry cats. Right now, everybody, if you're doing anything, especially on that type of level, if you on the type of level where the feds are coming in at you on the type of RICO charge, man, you bound to get your head knocked back because it's like, man, the thing to do right now with these young cats is tell. It's a bunch of rats. It's like nobody's standing firm no more. You know what I mean? So it's like, how would you even keep going in that route? And this brother is established platinum artist. His everything he do is it sells, even if it's just on the streaming and shit. You know what I mean? So now Gunna, he's still trying to establish himself, but like, man, you dudes gotta wake up, man. We landed down. He's not going to jail like that. Yeah, man, it's a pot, man. I wouldn't put nothing past it. I'm just like, man, that's the thing to do now. As soon as you get popped off, you go in the rat and tell on the next man instead of, man, standing firm. You did what you did, so man, you got to eat that. But it's like, and everybody already know Gunna's kind of like entertainment is ran by the CIA. Man, you hit it on the nose, my brother. And it's like now everybody got this. They got to tell what they doing. They got to be braggadocious about how much they hands is in the streets doing this and doing that. How vicious their crew is and all that. So they telling on themselves off the rip anyway. And then you making big boy moves like that. You man, it's this ain't the time. 2022, it's not the time to still be trying to be no big time drug dealer. You know what I mean? So if anybody don't know that, they tripping, man. And if you thinking you getting flying under the radar, man, that's not gonna happen. And it's like Gunna, he already got a jacket on him, like he a rat bastard, allegedly anyway. You know what I mean? So it's like, man, these cats don't understand. Right now, hip hop is probably the most dangerous profession to be in right now. Even though the money is sweet. You know what I mean? The money is sweet between all the avenues they have to generate money. It's very sweet right now. You know what I mean? When I was messing around with the music, man, you had to squeeze every penny out of everything to get this type of money these young cats getting. And that's the part they like, man, y'all have opportunities that when my generation was coming up, it was almost impossible to reach that status. And these cats are coming out first single, first video on the internet. They racking up big time money but they get paid to keep the rest going on. Man, exactly, brother. It's like, man, they between all the scamming that's going on with these young cats, between them cats still out here getting their hands dirty in the drug market, between the illegal firearms. It's so much going on that these young cats is in, to the point where it's like, man, how you can't expect to make a long run in that shit. You know what I mean? If you think you're gonna make an extended run in that right now in this day and age, man, you out of your damn mind, man. And it's like they got 28 others, so that's pretty much 30 plus cats they got up in there. You know damn well 30 of them ain't standing firm. You know what I mean? You might got out of that entire situation. You might get 10 or 15 of them to sit tight and don't open their mouth. You know what I mean? So it's like, man, what the hell's going on? And that brother, he's established. He should have his hands in all kind of, his revenue should be building up legally. He should have so many streams of income where that don't even have to be a thought right now. But the problem is a lot of these cats, they still want to be considered, got their hand in the street, still want to be considered official. So they do shit for their homeboys that's still back in the hood. You know what I mean? They don't just invest. They still gotta go maneuver around moving packages and shit they damn self. So it's like, man, we need to wake the hell up at some point, man. It's like, boy. And on top of it, man, how long, man? When I was out there in the streets, one of the reasons I had to get up out of there, my conscience got to messing with me, man. It's like, man, I couldn't keep saying to people where that shit was just eating their ass alive like that. Man, my conscience started, as I started getting older, and the more my hands was involved in situations out there, I was like, man, my conscience started fucking with me real bad. Like, damn, we poisoning and killing like with no problem. And even though people doing it on their own accord, you're not forcing nobody to do anything. But I had kids, and my kids were starting to get of age, and I would see young ladies out there, man. It just excuse me. When you first see them, nice looking young ladies. You give them about a end of that in a summer run, going into the fall, and they beat the hell up, which shows you it's not like it used to be. They not getting the drugs. They getting all that shit that's mixed and concocted up in the drugs. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, they getting especially when the heroin, because I'm here in Baltimore, and heroin is like super big hit down here, you know. And it's like, man, they addicted to the cut. They're addicted to all the other shit that they putting in the drugs now. And so you gotta remember back in the day when real cocaine, when real heroin was running rapid through the streets. You had people that got up every day with habits, with big drug habits, and went to work with no issue, with no problem. Still got up every day, went to work, because they was dealing with actual real narcotics and shit that they was putting in their body. Now, man, they don't know what the fuck they injected. They don't know what they putting up their nose and nothing. You know what I mean? And these artists, man, you get on there, you get on these platforms, on these panels and shit, and they talk too much. But it's like that's how the game is set up now. You have to tell that you're the grimiest, you're the most no conscience having individual that got X amount of teardrops because I got X amount of bodies, and I done told you what part of town that hit. And it happened with Junebug, and you know what I mean? They tell on their fucking self. But that's how these artists are. They coming out the gate, making big time money as hip hop artists. But you gotta understand, man, these labels and shit now, it's like they're giving you this money. They're getting you started. They're giving you this money. So you coming out the gate already with your pockets full. So they ain't have to build up and work for that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, but what they don't understand is these record labels are giving them this money. They'll give you that 500,000 up front, but they're gonna put a $3 to $5 million life insurance policy on you because they know most of these cats ain't gonna make it a year without either being locked up for a very long time or killed very fast. You know, so it's like, man, at what point are we gonna like, man, wake the fuck up, man? And it's like, man, it's I understand that it's hard. It's hard to turn down that type of money when you coming from pretty much, you know what I mean, nothing. You coming from a struggling household and shit. You coming from a poverty stricken area, neighborhood slash family slash community, everything. So once they throw that bread at you, it's hard to turn it down. You know what I mean? So, but you have to at some point you have to use somebody else's losses as your benefits and your gains. You see these dudes came in the same route you came in, but they did XYZ, and the bottom fell out of it in this amount of time. You got to start at some point, start thinking about the transition that you need to make to not have that same exact thing happen to you and yours. But these dudes don't think about it like that because you got so many. It's so you have to be so flashy and so flamboyant and so loud and so disrespectful now to be considered real one, you know? And they going ham with it, you know what I mean? So it's like, man, they don't have no morals, they don't have no the respect is gone, you know what I mean? But that put that money in their pocket, that put that fame on them, that put all the youngins streaming they shit, playing all of they videos on YouTube. So it's like, man, they running their numbers up, but man, you running them numbers up with the feds looking for your ass also. So it's like, man, that the hip hop profession right now, man, it's the most dangerous profession to be in right now because everybody got to talk so reckless. You got to be so you got to be so vile with the shit that you're talking about. And then if you really circulating city to city, you got to stand on that shit, man. You have to stand on that. But what you also better understand, no matter what city you go to, it's some hood, it's some hood dudes in that town that this is my town. We feel like we just as official as anybody, even though you on the television, even though you all over the web, your shit streaming and circulating everywhere. Shit, but you up in here, so we the ballers in here. So you gotta, man, you gotta you gotta make it up out of there with them goons that's actually looking to show you that you really ain't built like that. You know what I mean? Shit. When I was doing it, man, when I was in that music super heavy, we would go, man. We would go a lot of places, man. We you had to fight slash other shit to sometimes get up out of them spots, man. It's like, man, it's dangerous, man. Everybody show the glamorous part of the hip hop. You know what I mean? They show the flashy part, all the chicks that's running that's throwing stuff at you. So that shit is just putting like batteries in their backs. That shit jumpstarting these niggas to a grave quickly. And it's like, man, y'all they not understanding this. That's why you see so many females getting their top knocked back now because they going from this clique, get ran through over here, plus get that bread. Then they go run over to the outside, get that get that money, get that bread, get ran through over there, and they telling this dude business because they was in a because niggas talk too much. They get around these bras and they want to get to start bragging and talking about real real business shit that you shouldn't even be talking about in front of certain dudes, let alone some broads, you know. And a lot of these females is attached to situations with the police also. You got, you know what I mean? So it's like, man, people got to be vigilant about what the hell they doing, about what they say, and how they carry themselves, man. And it's like, man, you go to one of these small towns, you go to one of these small towns and do a autograph signing or a performance. You got to get it up. You got to get up out of them spots, man. Especially when you're trying to establish yourself as an artist, you got to go to them back in the booty type spots. Everybody ain't jumping out doing their shows at the Latin Palace off the rip. Everybody ain't, you know what I mean? Everybody ain't at the big boy spots. A lot of niggas got to come in and you got to hit them little lounges, them lounges in these towns and shit. And when you driving up to get to this spot, it's like a maze to get to it. And you find in this moment, you like, man, where the fuck is me at? Can't be no club back here, but this one sitting all the way up in the cut. Now you get up back there, and you performing and you doing your thing. You got to get the fuck up out of there. So it's like, man, that's how a lot of these dudes is getting themselves in beefs with in different cities, man, because you gotta be so disrespectful, but they don't understand. You gotta show respect in another person's place. You know what I mean? It ain't about where you at, where you from. It's where you at. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, if people blind with that shit, you might have took a bus, some of them cargo vans and caravans and shit there with 20 dudes. But when you're in a small town like Waukegan or Kankakee, man, you gotta get the hell up out of there. And yeah, you might be 20 deep, got a couple straps, but them niggas got the whole town, and they strapped to the T. So you, man, and dudes wanna they wanna perform and then stay at these other people's places and shit and kick it and snatch they broads up instead of just performing, getting your money, getting the hell up out of there, then go party elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? But that ain't, you got too much, both brothers got too much pride to do that. And then you get in these small towns and you get to bragging about what you're doing on that other tip. You start exchanging numbers. You start doing business with cats. You know what I mean? Because you telling them you the plug, even though you a rapper, you still a plug on the weed. I'm the plug on the coke. You know what I mean? So it's you putting your name all out there and not knowing that nigga you just made that move with. He hot as fish grease. You know what I mean? So it's like, man, these young brothers gotta wake up, man. And this young thug, man, they making enough money where they should be well established in the business world by now. You know what I mean? They should still be hands knee deep up in motherfucking the narcotics trade. You know what I mean? That money's hard to turn down. Yeah, and it's addictive. All the above, man. But your life is on the line also, man. And it's like now they not playing. And have we noticed when they come sweet now, it's 20 dudes or better. They taking whole little cliques out. They taking whole crews out. You see how many cats up in the New York area since this drill music started popping up in Bronx and Brooklyn. And they taking whole crews out. 25 dudes, 18 jets, 26 dudes, 20. You know what I mean? They grabbing their ass up by the pounds around here, man. So it's like, man, you ain't going alone. They taking boatloads one trip. Hold on 1 second. Hit me, people. So now they on some man. Take the whole squad, man. Get the whole squad. We don't just want the head dude no more. They played to play their own people, man, bro. Real. That is so real, man. And it's like most of these cats already, man. If you've been playing in that game already, you got popped off, man, and you already got popped off, and they like, man, They done threw your ass back out there so you can get them 2, 3 more cats, man. You got CIs, man, that you would never believe it. Man, my last real charge I caught when the warrant squad grabbed me, they was taking me all the way out Prince George's County. I'm like, what the hell? But they talking to me the whole time on the way out there. And they like, man, Jack, you must be a real good cat. Cause all the people we was walking around and we was pulling up and snatching up, nobody really had nothing bad to say about you. Nobody really threw you under the bus. So you must be a real cool individual. On top of they got the name out, because we had a clothing line at that time. And they like, man, they talking about that. They see we was doing the music. So they do a whole lot of shit, but they was like a lot of people didn't throw me under the bus. He was like, man, you would be the perfect CI. He said, because nobody would expect it. You real respected out here. Your name ain't got no smut on it. You pretty much got free reign in the past to go pretty much everywhere, and nobody would even have a second thought of thinking that it was you, and you would never have to go to court. I'm like, what the fuck is you talking? I'm like, huh? He said, man, I got guys that's been working with me for years out here. Nobody would know it. He said, you never have to go to court because every time we get a pop, they change their CI number. So when you knock them off on that case, you ain't got to go to court and testify. They give you another CI number. So you like a whole nother person now. You know what I mean? So it's like, man, these dudes better wake up and open their fucking eyes, man, because it's a lot of dudes that's playing like they're official, and they straight up them peoples, man. They straight up 12. They straight up working for them boys, man. And it's like, man, they not understanding how serious this shit is. And it's like, man, you only gonna get a certain amount of chances, and that's your today rappers. Exactly, bro. Exactly, man. And it's like they not understanding, man. This shit it's a dirty game, but they study want to play it, and they trying to play it for a long time. They ain't even trying to get a hit in a miss. You know what I mean? They trying to play it. They trying to play it for the long ride, trying to stay in it. You know what I mean? For a while, man. It was always with me. When I hustled, I always had a bigger vision though. I always hustled to open a studio and shit like that. I was hustling to, you know what I mean, trying to buy something where some legit streams of income was coming in. You know what I mean? So I always had a bigger goal. So I ain't never put my head so far down where all I saw was trying to become the biggest plug in the city. I ain't never had that mentality. My mentality was to get a certain amount of money where I could go push this music, where I could open up a studio, where I can go buy a couple HUD homes, shit like that. So I always had a different focus of what I was trying to do. I wasn't so strung out on it where that's all I saw. And it can get so, man, it can get so sweet and easy. And then, especially now, you praise so much for being grimy. You praise so much for being a low down motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, it's like you gotta. How long we gonna just keep destroying our community, destroying our people, and you put blinders on and don't even pay that no mind of what you really doing to the place where your peoples and you represent. You know what I mean? It's like, man, this shit. We can't keep playing the setup game, man. These brothers, we gonna see who sit tight. We gonna see who catch some time, and we gonna see who walk home and come out like it was a bullshit case or something. You know what I mean? When them feds come, they usually got your ass. What is it? 85 conviction rate or some shit like that. Man, so they don't when they come. They coming to knock your head off. They ain't coming to play no games and try to figure this fucking case out. They usually gotta win. So if somebody planning that Rico shit with the feds and they come walking up out of there and the case is prolonged, then man, you better keep the big eye on them cats, man. Then they come home and rap the same shit about how they beat the system. How how I'm too untouchable. You know what I mean? And that shit is played out, man. These young brothers, man, y'all need to get y'all money, man, and and invest in something, man, that's gonna keep circulating you a legit income, man, so you don't have to stay on that side of the tracks, man. So you don't have to stay with that mentality of I don't give a fuck, you know. And that's where a lot of our brothers is at now, man. And it's like, man, it's a sad thing to see because these brothers be having, they make it. My thing was always I'm trying to make it so I can get out of this bottom barrel ass shit. Stop having to do the low ball stuff. You know what I mean? And they make it, and they make it 10 times over what we'd even dreamed about doing in the amount of time that they was putting their hands in the entertainment field, man. But it's like now in your attitude and your demeanor and your lyrics and the message that you putting out to the world is fuck your dead homies. I kill everything. We drilling and everything. You know what I mean? That's how long you gonna make it, man. How long you think you gonna make it, man? And these brothers they be dissing the dead, and they don't understand, man. You worried about their homeboys, man. But once you start dissing the dead, you involving yourself in some things with a higher power, man. And you soon you got a demise coming, kind of quickly, swiftly, for real, for real. That's my way of thinking, because the mentality and the common sense and the spirituality that I was raised with, that lets you know, man. Once a person transition over to the other side, man, and die, you let that be, man. You don't go throwing smut on somebody that already left this earth, man. So just, man, we gonna see how this play out. Them brothers, man, they got themselves in some shit right now. So we gonna see if your long money gets you home, or if that motherfucking charm gets you home. We gonna see, man. So I keep y'all posted. I do a follow up on this, man, to see how this plays out, man. So appreciate it, man. Helping the vision, thank you, man. I really appreciate it. I don't take for granted nobody that come up on here and show some love, man. I truly appreciate it, man. And I'm gonna try to keep giving good content as I can, man, and keep it moving, to try to build this slow walk my channel up, being myself, not on here with no flabbergasting ass stories or nothing, man. I'm trying to just keep it real, keep some good energy going, man, and open our people's eyes to some stuff, man, and try to better ourselves out here, man. That's all it's about, man. So, man, appreciate it, everybody. Like, subscribe, and share, man. Have a vision, man. You be easy, bro. Be safe out there, man. I'll check y'all out on the next one, man. You know my motto: you ain't gotta respect me, but you will not disrespect me. Holla back.